What's up, guys? Unreply 5656 here, and I welcome y'all back to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. Now, okay, so technically this is my second time recording this. OBS wanted to be a total dickbag with me, and decided to not record. So yeah, I had to record this entire part all over again, which is a real pain in the ass because as you can tell, I had to load it up from the library scene, from the library in the extras menu. So, luckily, there isn't really like any real choices you have to make here. It's just all this stuff that I have to censor out later. And yeah, playing it the second time around is actually pretty uncomfortable. But anyways, whatever. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get back into it. So, words quickly become irrelevant. Emmy's movements are almost frantic, as if she's been holding something back since we met this morning, and now she has an outlet. I'm very nearly caught off guard by her aggressiveness, feeling her nearly rip my shirt off, the way she seems to vie to be in the dominant position. For my part, I confess that I'm caught up in her attitude as well, fighting back, rolling and wrestling, even as I caress her, even as her fingers dig into my shoulders, and I lose track of where we are. So much so that I roll right off the mat and land on something small and rather hard. Ow! Emmy, still flushed and breathing a little heavily, peers at me and bursts into laughter. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, guys. Sorry about that. Anyways. I'm sorry. You alright? Yeah, I think so. Not sure what I landed on, though. I reach under my back and pull the offending object out, inspecting it closely. Personal lubricant. Lemon flavored. Wait. What? Emmy's eyes shoot upwards and she begins, if possible, to laugh even harder. Somehow I don't think this isn't track related. Oh man, I know whose that is. What? It's the track captain's. Ah, my old nemesis. Or, kind of. How'd you know it's his? It appears that I've asked a stupid question, or at least Emmy thinks so. Because he's the one who told me the track shed was a good place for... what did he call them? Clandestine encounters? Oh? He invite you to one or something? Emmy bursts into more laughter. I confess the sight of a naked Emmy laughing is oddly beautiful. I feel an eagerness to end conversation and get back to what we were doing, despite my rather pointed questioning. Hisao, the track captain's gay. Huh. Really? And here I initially thought you two were a couple. Well, I did have a crush on him when I first joined up, but he wasn't interested. Obviously. But we are good friends, I guess. I mean, he told me about all this, you know? I hesitate to ask, and really I do, but I ask anyway. But what does he, need the lube for, anyway? I mean, he doesn't, how the hell does Emmy always manage to not blush? Obviously, he uses it for, you know. I try to suppress a snicker. I fail. Emmy's giggling too. And he tells you about all this? Emmy shrugs. Yeah, of course. He's kind of wild about the whole thing. Says it's a feeling that can't be beat. Huh. The air in the track shed seems charged with some kind of horrible curiosity. That's interesting. I suppose I'll have to take his word for it. Well, birds outside stop chirping. They know what they're about to do. The wind dies down. Somewhere, a man is drinking a cup of coffee. He freezes with the cup at his lips. We could. Maybe. Try it. My jaw suddenly and spontaneously unhinges as it hits the floor. What? Emmy is finally blushing, rubbing the back of her head ruefully. Well, it's just that we really can't do what we did last night, you know? It would be a little... it wouldn't be safe, you know? I mean, it wasn't exactly a great idea last night. So, you know, we could try this to see if it, is as good. Well, yeah, basically. Huh. Alright, so this is where I stop reading. I still can't believe the second time around they emptied the entire bottle. Like, no, you don't use the entire bottle. You waste money that way. You know what? I'm activating auto mode, because fuck it. Hands-free. I love her face, though. It's like, oh my god. Hurry up, please. Get over it. Come on. Oh boy, another 3 days worth of fucking editing. Well, actually, it can't be 3 days because I have to do all this in one. Because, yeah, when I'm recording this, it's Tuesday. Because I was trying to do this on Monday. Well, actually, yeah, Monday. I was trying to do this on Monday because that was like the only time I could actually do it. But then OBS wanted to be a dickbag. But luckily for me, you know, it's still recorded. The other video that I'm doing, which for this week is, what is it, Wizard 101. So yeah, luckily for me. Because guess what, I still have like no interwebs today. So it sucks. It really sucks. I'm gonna have to go over to a library and upload these videos. Or at least schedule them to be uploaded. Awesome. Alright, I can disable auto mode now. There we go. Not yet. Okay. Okay, there we go. That hurt at the end. Yeah, this is probably not a great idea. Amy squirms in order to try and sit down beside me without too much pain. Judging by her wincing, it doesn't really work. Yeah, I'm gonna have words with the captain. He was clearly lying. The utter and absolute ridiculousness of the situation suddenly hits, and I begin laughing. Emmy shakes her head and begins laughing with me. Hey, Hisao. Yeah? We're never doing this again, right? Yeah, I think my curiosity is satisfied on this one. Emmy nods, satisfied. Good. I think we should maybe stick to the basics, don't you? I mean, most of this is new to me anyway. What do you mean, most? Emmy grins impishly. I'll never tell. An unpleasant thought strikes me. Even more unpleasant is the thought of having to ask Emmy about it. Still, after what we've just done, it should be a cakewalk. Hey, is there a sink? I'd like to, wash off a little. Emmy's jaw drops. In the sink? Well, there's not really anywhere else to do it, is there? And I want to avoid a smell that the nurse might notice. This is the most awkward conversation I've ever had. You're right. Yeah, there's, it's on the back wall. There might be some soap, too. Thanks. There is, in fact, a little hand soap, which is better than nothing. No towel though, guess I'll just have to drip dry. All finished? Yeah, that'll do for now. It's not like I'm gonna take a shower after I'm not gonna take a shower after we see the nurse. Glad to hear it. Now, help me find my clothes. You tossed them somewhere. Hey, you're no better. How am I supposed to explain that hole in my shirt, Yeah, sorry. I got a little excited earlier. It takes some time, but we're finally both more or less clothed. There's a frantic moment where neither of us knows where Emmy's wheelchair is, but I recall it going through the door and rescue it. Now, be more careful going through the door this time, would you? Bumps are not my friend right now. I am so sorry we tried this. Emmy shrugs and grins. Well, it was worth a shot, right? And anyway, it was good exercise, right? Can't argue that. As we make our way up to the nurse's office, I notice that Emmy keeps shifting uncomfortably in her seat. God, this feels weird. Good thing I'm in a wheelchair, Hisao. Why's that? Because now I don't have to explain to the nurse why I'm walking funny. Oh, we're never doing this again. The nurse is at least kind enough to not comment on the marks that Emmy left on my shoulders. Nor does he say a word about Emmy's constant shifting about in her wheelchair. Either he didn't notice or he didn't want to notice. All the same, I'm gonna have to make sure he doesn't slip cyanide into my medication for a little while, just to be safe. I shower for longer than usual, just to be sure I'm clean of our little experiment, and then collapse on my bed. Class is in 20 minutes, so I can probably afford a nap. No, you can't. Okay, alright, cool. So there's that. Alright, now we have to do this one too. Knock, knock. Who's there? Knock, knock. That's not how the joke goes at all. Knock, knock. I already said who's there. More importantly, what time is it? Even more importantly, what day? I'm suddenly catapulted into wakefulness by both the fact that the knocking still hasn't stopped and the fact that it's noon on a school day. Now fully awake, I can remember why I was napping. Better not give that excuse to Muto. Sorry I wasn't in class. I was experimenting sexually with my girlfriend and it tired me out. Yeah, that'll go over well. I wonder how long this knocking is going to continue. Guess I ought to answer the door. I'm strangely unsurprised to see Kenji on the other side. Though it appears that Kenji is surprised to see me. What the hell are you doing here, man? Well, I was sleeping. Kenji nods in understanding. Knocked out, I see. I told you to be careful around that Ibarazaki chick, man. This is the sort of thing that happens when you aren't cautious. He makes an attempt to look at the back of my head. Did she hit you with something? Or was it a drug? Stop trying to touch me. Kenji produces a flashlight and shines it in my eyes. You got a concussion? I wasn't knocked out! Maybe you just don't remember. This conversation isn't going anywhere. No, I just had a tiring morning and fell asleep. Whatever, man. If you want to be in denial about this, I guess I can't stop you. But you gotta watch out for that girl, man. She's not safe. What? She's not safe to be around. She's one of their most sinister agents. If you're not careful, there's no telling what could happen. She's brought down stronger men than you, you know. What the hell are you talking about? She's not an agent of anything, and she didn't knock me out, okay? Oh, wow, alright. Timer actually went off, but I actually still have to continue. Until at least we get to the part where I was up to. I also highly doubt that she's brought down anyone at all. Kenji looks almost offended. I have no idea why. You don't believe me? That's cold, man. Real cold. I'm just trying to look out for you. That's what friends do, you know. We're friends? I had no idea. Then again, I wonder if Kenji knows what being a friend even entails. I feel something like pity for him, standing there before me. Maybe he does think he's looking out for me. I know. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the warning. I hold out my hand as a sign of peace. Kenji shakes it gingerly, like my hand could possibly be on fire. There's an awkward silence for a few seconds before Kenji remembers that he's still shaking my hand. Anyway, I need a favor. What kind of favor? I'm out of money. No, you aren't. You've got money kept in your desk drawer under a black notebook for emergencies. Did you ransack my room? That's not important. I don't need money anyway. He adopts a very serious tone. I'm about to undertake a major op. It'll blow the whole conspiracy wide open if I'm right. But it's dangerous, so I need you to do something for me in case I don't come back. Sure, man. Anything. What the hell is he planning on doing? Should I be telling someone about this? If I go missing, wait 3 days and then mail my journal off to the newspapers. It's hidden in my room under a false bottom in one of my desk drawers. How do I get into your room? I don't have a key. Kenji looks at me like I'm crazy. So pick the lock. You know how to do that, right? It's an important skill to learn at a young age. Yeah, of course I know how. I'll be sure to do that for you, if you go missing. I don't think I want to read Kenji's journal. Either way, Kenji seems pretty happy that I've agreed to do this thing for him. Great, man. Great. I'll see you around. I got stuff to do. And he's gone, dashing down the hallway. He made it seem so final. I hope I don't have to carry out his final wishes. Shaking my head, I closed the door and walked back to my bed. Guess I should go to class if only to catch the last half of the day. But I've come this far without going to class today. And I did want to read more of that Hawking book Muto lent me. I'm sure he'll understand. Knock, knock. This time the noise jerks my attention away from my book. An experience not unlike being woken up. Who's there? Me! Aren't you glad? The voice is muffled through the door, but unmistakably Emmy's. I hop up and open the door, smiling broadly. Hey, nice to see you again. Emmy grins back, staring up at me from her wheelchair. Yeah, you would have seen me earlier, but the damned elevator wasn't working. Had to wait for them to fix it. You'd think they could keep it in better order, but no. I chuckle a bit at her vexed expression and invite her in. She wheels in easily with my help. She hops onto my bed. There, much more comfortable than that stupid chair. A sigh of contentment hangs in the air, and for a minute we both just stare at one another. It's at that point that I notice the circles under Emmy's eyes. They're not that dark, but they definitely weren't there before. I actually don't notice anything from her portrait, but whatever. Before I can ask about them, Emmy fixes me with a mischievous stare. So, I couldn't help but notice you weren't at lunch today. In fact, I don't think I saw you at all. What happened? Fell asleep. I actually didn't wake up until lunch, and only then because Kenji woke me up. What had you so tired, huh? Strenuous workout this morning, slightly uncomfortable too. Emmy coughs, a half-laughing, half-embarrassed noise. Remind me not to do that again. No problem, it wasn't exactly great for me either, to be honest. We'll just avoid that from now on. Are you, still sore? Emmy stares at me in disbelief. What? It's a legitimate question! Of all the questions I never thought I'd be asked, that's one of them. Well, I didn't ever expect to have to ask it, so we're even. Emmy laughs at this. I guess so, huh? Well, since you asked, yes, I'm a little sore. We're never doing that again. No arguments from here. A yawn escapes her, and I raise an eyebrow. Tired? Emmy nods sleepily. I haven't slept well. Not sleeping well. I can tell that she didn't mean to tell me this earlier because she gives me a little start like she's just been caught lying and hastens to add, it's not a big deal though. What's the trouble? Emmy shrugs and refuses to elaborate. Stressed over exams? Another shrug, but after a pause, Emmy nods hesitantly. Yeah, I guess. Actually, that's why I stopped by. She begins to look more and more miserable. Not so you'd notice, of course, but her eyes are on her lap. She's fidgeting and her voice is quiet. We need to stop hanging out so much. Huh? Why? Emmy takes a deep breath, like she's been practicing this. Because you're too much fun to be around, and I can't concentrate when you're near me. With exams coming up soon, I just can't have that distraction. Otherwise, my grades will be pretty lousy, I'm afraid. I could help you study. She smiles at me, clearly unhappy with the situation. I'd love it if you could, but we wouldn't actually study, would we? I mean, even now, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but I kinda just want to, not converse. Overwhelmed by my rugged manliness, I understand. That earns me a grin, at least. Emmy shakes her head. Idiot, you're full of yourself. Well, I am pretty irresistible. More or less, I guess. So that's the situation, Hisao. I have too much fun around you, and if I'm going to go into exams prepared, I need to be alone. Hey, that's okay. It really seems to have been bothering her. Besides, it's only a couple of weeks, and we'll still see each other in the mornings and at lunch. We can just hang out at school, no problem. And after exams, we'll go on a date and to celebrate their being over, right? Emmy grins, pleased by this proposal. Yeah, sure, that sounds great. As if to signal the end of the conversation, she leans in and kisses me. The rest of the night is not spent worrying about exams. So, okay. So, as you guys probably don't know, but this is actually where I left off in the video. Well, when I recorded this, but, you know, I kind of can't, you know, I don't know, because you miss out on a lot of parts. But that's actually where I'm going to end off in this video. I just wanted to get back to at least the point from where I ended off at. And this is actually close. This is within the same scene, you know? So it's okay. It's okay if I end off here. We'll just continue. We'll just pick up the rest in the next episode. So, again, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like in the video. Be sure to subscribe for more weekly content. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Snapchat. All the links will be in the description down below, so be sure to check them out. And anyways, I'm going to replay 5656, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.